Thank you, Tom. So happy. So happy to be in Hong Kong. Who's translating? Okay. I'm Ho Fai Lak. Hong Kong, okay.
Anyone need paper and pen? If you don't have a notebook or anyone?
Yeah. There's a little table I can put here. Hare Krishna.
After 10 minutes, we can go inside to get the small one.
Yeah. Yogini, please take this until then.
Take this, put aside.
Just until the comes.
Yeah, oh.
What is your name? Alex. He looks like a prince in a Hong Kong kung fu movie. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you all for coming.
感谢大家的到来。
It is always especially wonderful for me to be in Hong Kong.
对我来说的话，能够来到香港，真的是一件非常美妙的事儿。
I feel especially close to Srila Prabhupada.
在这里，我感觉到离须拉帕帕特别的近。
So many years ago, 1970.
很多年前，在1970年代。
I came here on the request of Prabhupada with Jagatarini Mataji.
在须拉帕帕的训示下，我和Jagatarini Mataji 来到这里。
And it was very lonely because there were no devotees.
那个时候呢，我们感到非常的孤独，因为在那个时代，在这里没有奉献者。
Sorry for the mic. So.
That's a little bit difficult because it doesn't work. Okay, don't worry. Should I speak louder? Is that the point? Okay, so at that time there were no devotees in Hong Kong, and it was very lonely.
那个时候呢，在香港没有奉献者，所以我们感觉到非常的孤单。
And it was a very difficult time in China.
那个时候也是整个中国正在经历着非常困难的时期。
And at that time it was almost as if there was a black cloud over Hong Kong.
在那个时候呢，几乎让人感觉在香港的天空都是阴云密布的感觉。
Because again, it was a very difficult time in China.
因为呢，整个中国都是在经历着困难时期。
And now there are so many devotees, so many people chanting Hare Krishna.
但是现在呢，有那么多的中国人都在唱诵 Hare Krishna。
And Srila Prabhupada, of course, wanted everyone to chant Hare Krishna.
当然，释迦帕帕希望每个人都来吟诵吟唱 Hare Krishna Mahamantra。
And this was the desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
因为这是 Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 的愿望。
And the reason that he wanted everyone to chant Hare Krishna, because it raises the consciousness to a very high level.
之所以说他希望每一个人都来吟诵Hare Krishna Mahamantra，是因为通过念诵圣名，它会让每一个人的知觉意识提升到一个非常高的境界。
And the benefit is eternal. Practically, we are associating with Krishna when we chant.
而吟诵 Hare Krishna Mahamantra 的这个益处呢，是永恒的。因为当我们在吟诵这个 Mahamantra 的时候，我们其实就和 Krishna 在一起。
And one's consciousness, by chanting, can be so pure and so elevated that one can actually be with Krishna in the spiritual world even while here.
所以呢，当一个人吟诵 Mahamantra 的时候，他的知觉意识会变得那么的纯粹，那么的洁净，以至于就是他能够去感受到，他就和 Krishna 在一起。
But it is very rare to be able to do that.
但是真的要做到达到这个境界呢，却不容易，很难的。
But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even though he was such a great scholar,
但是Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu，即便他是一个那么伟大的学者，
he was such a great scholar.
他是一个那么伟大的学者，
Practically, he knew everything.
他基本上知道所有的一切。
He was such a great scholar, and scholars usually write so many books.
他是那么大的大学者，通常大学者呢，他们会写很多的书。
But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he only wrote 8 verses.
但是
8 verses.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 他仅仅写了8个诗节。
But he put everything in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness into these 8 verses.
但是他把 Krishna 知觉的所有的哲学都浓缩进了这个8个诗节当中。
All instructions are there to teach us how to chant, the consciousness, the correct consciousness to be in, to chant, that one can get the highest benefit of love for Krishna.
也就是说，所有的这些精髓都浓缩在这个8个诗节里面。它告诉我们应该以什么样的知觉意识来吟诵吟唱Mahamantra， 这样的话，我们就能得到最大的灵性利益。
Actually speaking, the entire philosophy of Krishna consciousness, the philosophy, the goal, and how to practice Krishna consciousness in a perfect way that will elevate us to the highest position is explained in these 8 verses.
所以这8个诗节就告诉我们，我们的 Krishna 知觉的目标，整个 Krishna 知觉意识的哲学，以及怎么样以最好的方式来吟诵吟唱，以达到以得到最大的灵性的益处都这一切的精髓都已经容纳在这个8个诗节当中了。
Does anyone know what these 8 verses are called? Raise your hand if you know what these 8 verses are called in Sanskrit.
如果有人知道这8个诗节的这个名称梵文名称的话，请举手。
Raise your hand if you know. I want to see how many.
我想要知道这个8个诗节的总称是有一个名字的，谁知道请举手。
No, no.
不用说出来，是举手。举手。
Just raise your hand. I like to make jokes, so don't worry. Yes, Prabhu.
Siksastakam.
Yes.
Siksastakam.
Yes. Yes. If you're Bengali, you'll say Siksastakam. Say it. Siksastakam. Yeah, more Bengali pronunciation.
孟加拉如果有孟加拉来的奉献者，他会有不同的发音。
Okay. How many of you have studied it or even learned it by heart, the 8 verses? Raise your hand.
有多少的奉献者呢？就是对这个八训规这8个诗节已经了然于心了，请你举手。
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, Prince. Prince must learn. Okay, what I'm going to do is go through, perhaps over 3 days, perhaps over 3 or maybe, 3 days. I'll try my best to go through the first 3 verses.
那么我接下来要做的就是在接下来的3天当中呢，我会尝试着来跟大家来讲解和阐释八训规的前面3个诗节。
But not speaking, there'll be a little philosophy, but I would like to describe them in a little bit of a different way.
当然，在这个课程当中的话呢，是有一点是有哲学的，但是更多的，我想以一种不同的方式来阐释。
And actually, Srila Prabhupada said that if we should recite all 8 of these verses every day.
其实，श्रील प्रभुपाद告诉我们，我们应该每天来吟诵这8个诗节。
And if we do that, but know the meaning,
如果我们这样做，并且了解它的内涵的话，
that will help us greatly in our spiritual life.
那么这就会对我们的灵性的生活产生巨大的益处。
Now, what I would like to do, raise your hand again if you already are a little bit familiar with these 8 verses, Siksastakam. Raise your hand. If you're a little bit familiar with them.
内容是有一些了解的话，请举手。
Wait, let me look all at once. If
举
you
手，就是对八训规的内容有了解的，请举手。
Okay.
有部分的了解。
Okay, and how many of you, a different question, have a pen and papers?
好，你们多少人手上是有纸和笔的？请举手。
I was worried that in Hong Kong no one knows how to write anymore. Everyone only knows how to.
我有点担心，在香港的已经没有人在懂得怎么样用笔做笔记了，每个人都在用手机。
Okay, what I would like you to do, put back here, thank you, is a special kind of writing.
那么我想让大家来做的这个是一种不同的另外一种写的方式。
Because I used to teach writing.
因为呢，我以前是专门在教写作的。
So this kind of writing, it is called directed free writing.
那么这样一种写作呢，叫做在引导之下的自由写作。
And in this kind of writing, directed free writing, first of all, it is very private. No one else will see it.
那么在这样的一种在引导之下的自由的写作呢，首先它是非常的个人化或者很隐私的，没有人会知道你在写什么。
So you don't have to worry about grammar.
所以你不需要去担心语法的问题。
And it is a funny kind of writing.
而且呢，这样一种写作呢是非常好玩的。
In this kind of writing, all you do is put your pen to your paper and you write.
那 么在这样一种写作的方式当中呢，你所需要做的就是把你的笔放到纸上，让它自己动起来。
And this may sound funny.
这可能听起来有点怪或者好玩。
Is that the only rule? Is that you can't stop writing.
然后呢，它唯一的原则就是你不能停笔，你就让它不断的继续写下去。
And you can write in any language you want.
你可以以任何的语言来写作。
And the other thing is, this really sounds funny, you're not allowed to think.
然后还有一个非常好玩的这个原则是，你不能思考。
The rule is you just keep your pen moving and writing.
你就是允许你的笔在那儿一直不断的动，然后不要去运用你的头脑。
And at the end, you'll be very surprised to find out how intelligent your pen is.
最后呢，等你写完之后，你会发现，哇，你的这个笔啊很有智慧啊。
And I'll ask you to do this time for how many minutes?
那么这一次我会让大家做这个练习5分钟的时间。
No. 5 minutes, and I'm going to time you.
好，5分钟，现在开始计时。
And if you don't have a pen and paper with you,
如果你手上没有纸和笔的话，
just close your eyes
你可以闭上你的眼
and
睛，
just in your mind
然后在你的心意当中
chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
就吟诵 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna。
Okay. Yes. Yes. Did what to write? I'll tell you. It's directed rewriting. So I will tell you in one moment what the topic is. You ready? Yes. But the same rules apply. You can write about that topic, but you can't stop. And if you don't know what to write, you can even write, I don't know what to write, I don't know what to write, I don't know what to write.
比如说，这是一个引导性的自由写作。那有奉献者说，那我到底该写什么主题呢？然后 Bhurijana Prabhu 回答说，我们一会儿呢会指导大家。比如说，如果你需要做的就是把笔放在纸上，然后如果你觉得你就是我不知道写什么，我不知道写什么，那你就不断的写这句话，写下来，就这样。
But don't write Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, because then you'll never stop.
但是呢，不要在那只是写 Maha Mantra， 因为这样的话你永远停不下来。
Are you leaving? Oh, good. Okay, I thought you decided, wrong class, I will leave. Okay, does anyone else have any other questions?
大家还有其他的问题吗？都清楚了吗？
Okay. Hare Krishna. Ready? The topic is Siksastakam,
这个主题是
either based on what you already know or what I said, and you can write your feelings and no one else will read it.
那么这个主题就是八训规，建立在你对八训规的了解，以及刚才老师所说的关于八训规的这些讯息，你可以写关于八训规的。
Just keep your pen moving. Keep your pen moving.
让你的笔
No
不
thinking.
断的在那里移动。
Okay, begin
不
now.
要去思考。
Begin now. And I will tell you after 4 minutes.
我会
Begin.
在4分钟之后会提醒大家。
No thinking.
不要思考，不断的写，
Just keep writing.
不停的写。
Very good.
很好。
Okay. Whoa, good throw. Keep writing. No thinking. Just keep your pen
不停地
moving.
写，不要让你的笔停下来。
Very good.
很好。
Just keep the pen moving and keep the pen writing.
只是让你的笔不停地移动。
Siksastakam, the 8 verses written by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
关于主的八圣规，这是由 Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 赐予我们的。
Just keep the pen moving.
只是让你的笔不断地移动，
And again, no one else will read this.
并且没有人会读到它，读到你写的文字。
And just chant in your mind if you don't,
如果
not participating in the writing now.
如果你现在没有在写的话，那么你就在你的心中默念 Mahamantra。
Just keep the pen moving.
只是让你的笔不断地移动。
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama. No thinking,
不要思考，
just write.
只是在那里写。
Just another 30 seconds more.
还有另外的30秒。
Okay, finish for now.
好，现在呢就可以停了。
Now, please reread what you wrote
你可以重新读一下你所写的文字，
and underline anything that you found interesting in what you wrote, what you yourself found interesting in what you wrote.
在你写的这个文字当中，如果你觉得哪一部分是很有意思的，你可以把它重点划线划出来。
Just underline anything you found interesting in what you
当
wrote.
你发现有任何有意思的部分，用线条把它重点划出来。
Just underline anything you found interesting.
你觉得有意思的部分，就用线条把它划出来。
Now, although I said that no one else will read it, but you can share I'll ask anyone who wants to share something, that their thoughts or what they wrote, they can share that, but they don't know. You don't have to.
当然，虽然就是我们刚才说了，这些文字呢都是非常私人的，但是接下来的话呢，如果你愿意的话，你也可以，就是当我们提问的时候，你也可以来跟我们分享你写的内容。
Does anyone have anything that they wrote that they would like to share?
在座的有没有任何的人想要分享一下你所写的这个内容呢？
Basically meaning say it out loud. But if no one does, it's okay.
当然，这也就是意味着说，你可以把它读出来。但是如果没有人想要分享的话，也都是没有问题的。
And again, it's something that you found interesting.
而且呢，你要分享的是你觉得有意思的事儿，有意思的这一部分。
Okay, raise your hand if you have something you'd like
如
to
果你
share.
想要分享的话，请举手。
You raised your hand first, so please. But you,
Okay. I just found it very interesting that Prabhupada said earlier that everything is in the 8 verses.
yes.
所以这个分享是盘爬之前就讲到了，一切都在八训规里。
Yes.
Harinam has all, Lord has given all potency in Harinam, even though we don't have any interest to chant.
We don't have any.
Interest to chant.
Yes. Thank you.
在圣名里面包含了一切，即便我们还没有那个足够的这个兴趣和热情来吟诵。
Anyone else?
还有其他人想分享吗？
Yes.
It has all the essence from all the shastras that we
Yes.
the 8 verses.
这8个诗节包含了所有经典的精髓。
One more. Yes.
最后一个。
Only when we are tolerant and humble, we can accept spiritual instruction and apply on our life.
Did you hear?
Maybe.
Only when we are humble and tolerant,
Yeah.
we can accept spiritual instructions
Yeah.
and apply in our life.
OK， 只有当一个人是谦卑和容忍的，那么他才能够来接受灵性的训示，然后呢，去在我们的生命当中践行。
Thank you all.
非常感谢大家的分享。
What I'm going to do now is speak a little about the first verse.
那么我现在准备做的呢，是来跟大家讲一下关于第一个诗节的内容。
Now, here is that verse written in Bengali script.
那么接下来大家会看到的是这个诗节用孟加拉的孟加拉的语言来写的文字。
No, I don't expect you to be able to read this.
当然，我并不期待大家能够读懂。
But notice, oh, no wonder. How about that? This probably makes it a little easier.
就可能大家看到这个文字了，就会容易一些，是吧？
Can anyone read Bengali?
任何人能够读
Bangla
孟加拉吗？
So notice that there's one long word here, second long word, third long word, fourth long word, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and then 9. So in this verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
所以我们会看到，在第一行呢有1个词、2个词，第2行是3个词，第4个，第3行呢就是这样依次数下来的话，一共也只有90个词，9个到10个词。
has written 7 perfections.
但是我们知道，在这个诗节里面，它容纳了、包含了7个奇迹，或者7个最美妙的重点。
7 perfections that can come from chanting.
也就是说，当我们去吟诵圣名的时候，我们可以达到这7种完美。
And he has written each of those 7 in one word.
并且呢，我们在这个诗节里会看到，每一种完美都有1个词来表达。
And then there's one word that can be applied in 2 ways.
当然，有一些词呢，一个词它可以有两种不同的运用方式或者理解方式。
And then one other word, he says the result of chanting.
然后呢，还有一个词呢，它就告诉我们吟诵圣名的结果是什么。
And that last one is here, Param Vijayate Siksastakam Sankirtanam.
最后一个词呢，就是刚才老师读的内容。
And that means that the material world is like a prison.
这个词的含义是，物质的世界呢，就好像是一个监狱。
And although the prisoners of this world, they're actually prisoners, all condemned to death.
虽然呢这些监狱里的这个囚犯，他们在监狱里面，然后呢，他们都是被判死刑的囚犯。
And although the most harsh punishment is here in this material world for everyone.
虽然在这个物质世界最严厉的惩罚是每个人都要去经历的。
The chanting of Krishna's names can free everyone from this prison.
但是吟诵 Krishna 的圣名可以让每一个人从这个监狱当中释放出来。
And the unique thing about this prison
而关于这个监狱的非常独特的地方是
is that illusion or Maya is so powerful.
也就是说虚幻能量或者是 Maya 它是那么的强大
Is that no one wants to leave the prison.
以至于没有人想要离开这个监狱。
Just imagine how happy a government will be if they have prisoners and no one wants to leave the prison.
我们想象一下当这个监狱里的囚犯没有人想要逃出去，那么这个政府的话，他是不是会很开心呢？
Then the government's job is very easy.
那这样的话呢，这个政府他的工作就会变得非常容易。
And that is the power of illusion, of Maya.
这就是 Maya 带给我们的这个迷幻或者虚幻。
But even more sad than the fact that everyone in the prison must die
但是更令人悲伤的是，每一个在监狱里的人都得死。
The worst part of the prison is
在这个监狱里面最糟糕的事儿
that one in this life can achieve the most wonderful thing.
也就是一个人呢，他在这一生当中，他其实是可以去达到这样一个最美妙的状态。
Full bliss, full knowledge, eternity.
也就是说，他可以是全然的喜乐，全然的充满着知识，并且呢是永恒的状态。
Although the prisoners are really meant for that realm, the realm of eternity, bliss, and knowledge.
虽然这个囚犯呢，他本身其实是应该处在这样的一种全知喜乐、充满知识并且充满喜乐的状态。
So the saddest thing is that the prisoners are not interested. They like prison life.
但是可悲的是，这些囚犯呢，他们对这种美好的状态没有什么兴趣，他们挺喜欢这样一种牢狱的生活。
Maybe 48 years ago, when I lived in Hong Kong,
大概49年前，当我生活在香港的时候，
I had a friend named Larry Mack.
我有一个朋友，他的名字叫 Larry Mack，
And his father was a property developer.
那么他的父亲呢是一个房地产商人。
He was 85 years old, the father.
这个父亲呢是85岁了，
Very wealthy.
非常的富有。
And 85 years old, he was still working
他85岁的时候还在工作。
And I asked my friend,
我就问我的朋友，
being a young Hare Krishna devotee,
当时呢，我还是一个非常年轻的 Hare Krishna 奉献者。
I asked my friend, why does your father work so hard even though he's 85 years old? Doesn't he know what's going to happen to him in a few years?
当时呢，我就问我的这个朋友说：“哎，你的爸爸，那为什么他年纪那么大了，85岁了，还那么拼命的工作呢？难道他不知道几年之后会发生什么吗？”
And if you die with this much money or this much money, you're dead. Make a difference.
当一个人死了的话呢，他有那么多钱和那么多钱区别不大。
So I asked my friend,
所以我问我的朋
who
友，
was a Hong Kong businessman, not a devotee,
他不是一个奉献者，他是一个香港的商人。
what do you think about how your father is living his life?
所以我就问他说：“你觉得你父亲的这个生活你是怎么看待的呢
At 85.
？”85岁了，
And he replied,
他回答说。
I'm very happy. That means when he dies, I will get more inheritance.
他说我很开心啊，就意味着说，等我老爸死了之后，我就有更多遗产了呗。
It's a true story.
这是一个真实的故事。
So I felt very sad,
我觉得很悲伤，
but I could not do anything.
但我什么都做不了。
But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada felt sad.
但是 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 和 Srila Prabhupada 也感到非常的悲伤，
And they wanted to spread the chanting that can free one from such illusion.
因此他们想要去分享圣名的吟诵，这样的话能够让每一个人都能够去冲破牢笼。
And Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtan means that this chanting of Krishna's names will be victorious. It will defeat Maya, so that one has a real life, an eternal life.
这意味着说，一个人通过圣名的吟诵，他会得到全面的胜利，也就是说，他能够去抵御玛雅虚幻能量的攻击，并且能够最终达到永恒的生命。
Oh. Yes. So, nope. Yes. So here's the verse. I will say one line, and please repeat it after me.
好，这里就是我们的诗节。我呢会说读一句，然后大家就跟我重复。
Oh, you say the first line. Loudly, so, because I have the microphone, but you don't. Say it and everyone will repeat.
Chetodarpanam majanam.
Who else? Who will read the second line?
谁来读第二行？
Bhavamahadava ninirvapanam Shreya Karvala Chandrika Vicharanam Vidya Bhatu Jivanam
Anandam Bodhivardhanam.
Patipatam Punamitam Vadanam
Pipidam Purnama. Who will read the next line?
谁读下一行？
No. Tanja, please.
Sarvatmasnapanam.
Then everyone together. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtan. So each of these, Chepal Darpanam Arjanam, Bhavamahadavagni Navapanam, Sriyakaraiva Chandrika, Vataranam, Vidyavaru Jivanam, 4, Anandam Bodhivardhanam, 5, Pratipadam, Purnama Asvasvadanam, Sarvatmasnapanam, 7 perfections. Each line has 1 perfection. So there are 7 perfections that can be achieved just through chanting Krishna's holy names.
所以在这里我们可以看到每一行一共有8行，前面的7行，每一行都代表了一项完美。也就是说，通过吟诵圣名的话呢，我们就能达到这7项完美。
The first of these perfections is Cheto Darpana Marjanam.
那么第一 向完美就是 Chaitanya Marjanam。
Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has done something very interesting in this first verse.
那么 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 在这第一个诗节里面呢，做了一些非常有意思的事儿。
That each of these lines is a picture, a painting.
其实呢，每一行每一个完美，它其实都有一个视觉化的影像在那里，或者是可以由一幅图来展现出来。
Each line paints a beautiful picture.
每一行都可以是用图画来呈现。
And there's no philosophy.
而且呢，你没有什么什么很深的这种哲学。
It's basically poetry.
基本上呢，这就是像一首诗一样。
Remember, each is a picture, a painting.
你要记得，每一项完美或者每一个刚才每一行它都是一幅画。
And just like this painting or this painting,
就好像这里的这幅画或者那幅画。
it tells a whole story.
这每一幅画呢，都呈现了一个非常丰富的这样一个故事。
Now, please listen carefully.
好，现在呢，请专注的聆听。
Because, again, each of these lines, this is the first line, it paints a picture.
因为每一行都是一幅画。
Now, the first word, Saito, which means Chaitana or consciousness.
第一个词 "saito" 的意思就是知觉意识。
Darpana, mirror.
Darpana 镜子。
And marjanam means cleaning or cleansing.
Marjana 的含义是净化或者洁净。
So, consciousness, mirror, cleansing.
所以知觉、镜子、清洁。
So this verse or this first line compares one's consciousness.
所以这一段，它就把我们的就是知觉意识或者我们的知觉意识呢，呈现出来了，应该是一个什么样的状态
？Consciousness means what you are aware of.
知觉意识便意味着说我们的觉知，我们所觉知的内容。
And this used to be a very controversial point. How do you say consciousness in first of all Gondonwa and Pudonwa?
知觉。
Yes, that's Pudonwa.
知觉。
Yeah, and Gondonwa. Okay. Which side did we fall on of the controversy? Huh? Okay.
He gave another different.
Yeah, but same meaning?
Similar, but he feels it's different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Different translation.
But it's what you're aware of.
也就是说，你所觉知道的这一切。
And Hindi, how would you say it? Consciousness.
In Hindi,
在印度话是
Chaitana. Yes. Chaitana. Always Chaitana. What you're aware of.
也就是说，你所觉知道的。
Now we are very rarely aware of what we're aware of. Very rarely. We just think it's us.
我们很少去意识到我们所觉知道的内容，或者我们所觉知道的这个状态，我们就直接好像就知道了，就是。
But different people, or every person, when they see the same thing, they may all look at the same thing, many people, but they'll see something different.
但是呢，比如说很多人，他们看到同一个对象，他们会有不同的理解和阐释。
We just like an artist may look at that painting of Krishna and Balaram.
比如说，就好像如果一个艺术家，他看到这个 Krishna Balarama 这幅画，
He will see one thing. He will see the technique
他可能会从技术的角度来分析这幅画。
A person who sells art, he will just see 好多钱呢。
当一个是艺术品拍卖的这样一个商人的话，他会看到的是，他的这幅画是很有价值，可以给我带来多少的利润。
A little insect, he will look at that and think, oh, 好食。Good taste.
看到这幅画，他会觉得说，真好吃。
And a person who is a carpenter will see, oh, how much wood will it take?
但是一个木匠，他看到这幅画，他就会想说，把这幅画做出来会需要多少木材呢？
And a pure devotee, he will see Krishna and Balaram alive there.
但是对一个纯粹的奉献者，当他看到这幅画的时候，他会在这幅画当中看到 Krishna Balarama 活生生的就在那儿。
And next word, mirror or darpana.
下一个词是镜子 ，darpana。
In here, there's mirror. Yes.
在里面我们会看到很多的镜子，是吧？
So when I look in a mirror,
当我看照镜子的时候
for me, I am always shocked. Who is this old man looking back at me?
对我来说，我总是感到非常的惊讶，谁是这个老男人，然后看着我呢？
How old do you feel inside? How old do you think of yourself as?
你自己觉得你里面是几岁？
Right now, young but of course it will.
No philosophy. How old do you think of yourself as?
你觉得你自己内在
Not how old is your body, but how old do you think of yourself as?
不是你的躯体年龄，是你自己。
Very old. How old? Number. Give me a number.
说一个数字。
Huh? 50. And how old are you?
38.
你
Okay.
实际是37岁啊。
Prince, how old do you think of yourself as?
你觉得你里面是几岁？
Huh? And how old are you? Okay. How old?
他是。
I'm not sure I should ask the ladies.
我有点不好意思去问这个女士。
How old do you think yourself?
你觉得你
Think of yourself when you think how old do you think of yourself?
你里面是几岁？
我觉得镜子里的年龄要比我实际感受的要大。
The outward
No.
long,
What do you think inside? What do you think of yourself?
里面是几岁？给个数字就可以。
比如说里面是60，但是我觉得我是50。
I feel myself 50, but the physical age is 60.
Okay. How? Okay, I will be brave.
现在我在这个问题上要简短一点。
Ceremony. Because she won't get angry at me. How old do you feel inside?
你觉得你里面是几岁啊？你的心理年龄
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
闭上眼睛回答。
40 something.
40多岁。
And how old are you on the
现在你
outside?
几岁啊？
50 something. Is there anyone who... Yes.
How about when you feel like a teenager? Like
That's what I mean. How old do you feel yourself? 12.
那个是我觉得我里面是12岁。
The same with me also.
Are you 12 or 13?
I feel I'm always in my 16s or the 18s.
Yeah.
这位同学说，我总觉得自己是16岁或者18岁。
So you feel yourself 12, even though you're 22.
你现在是12岁，虽然你已经22岁了。
So the consciousness is like a mirror, and we perceive the world and ourselves differently,
所以呢，我们的这个
individually.
所以我们的知觉意识就好像一面镜子一样。那么我们是会每一个人呢都会以不同的方式，或者是对这个世界有不同的视域。
So our consciousness is like a mirror, And when me, the real person, the soul, looks in that mirror, and that mirror is covered by so much dust.
当我们作为灵魂去看这个知觉意识的这个镜子的时候，那么然后这个知觉意识的这个镜子呢，又被那么多非常非常厚的灰尘所覆盖。
When the person looks in the mirror, and the mirror his consciousness is covered by so much dust, he doesn't see himself. He sees dust.
所以呢，当作为我们本我的这个灵魂去看我们知觉意识的这个镜子，而镜子上覆盖了很厚很厚的灰尘的时候，那么我们看到的是什么呢？只是看到灰尘而已。
And chanting cleanses marginum. It cleanses the dust.
而吟诵圣名呢，它就帮助我们来把这个灰尘给抹掉，给它擦干净。
It cleanses the dust from the consciousness.
帮助我们来把这个知觉意识上面这个镜子上面覆盖的灰尘给擦干净。
And when the consciousness is fully cleansed, no more dust.
当我们的知觉意识的这面镜子被完全擦干净，不再有任何的灰尘的时候，
then we see who we really are.
然后我们就能看到真正的自我。
And we are not the body.
我们看到的就是我们不再是这个躯体。
And we are not the mind.
我们也不是这个心意。
And we see ourselves who we really are, and who we really are wonderful.
而我们看到的是我们真正的自我，而这个真正的自我是非常美妙的。
So Chaito Darpana Marjana means by chanting, the consciousness is cleaned.
所以 Chaito Darpana Marjana 它的意思是通过吟诵圣名，我们的知觉意识就得到了净化。
And we see who we really are, not who we are temporarily.
这样的话，我们就看到了真正的自己，并不是那个短暂的自我。
So Gonatai will now open.
Yes.
See, and that is why when I look in a mirror, being 79 years old, I'm always surprised.
所以这就是为什么当我去看到这个镜子的时候，看到我作为是79岁的我去看镜子的时候，我会感到非常的惊讶。
Because inside I have one idea who I am, and when I look in the mirror, that person is not the one I think I am.
但是呢，就是因为我为什么会惊讶呢？因为在我内在我所对我自己的这个感觉和外在镜子里面的这个我是有很大差距的。
And when the consciousness is fully cleansed, we actually see our eternal, who we are, who is eternal.
当我们知觉意识的镜子完全被擦干净之后，我们可以看到的是我们真正的永恒的灵性的自我。
This is the first perfection that is achieved by chanting Krishna's holy names.
这就是我们通过吟诵 Krishna 的圣名可以达到的第一项完美。
Now, when I first had the idea of putting this class together, I used AI to create a beautiful image
那么当初我在设计这个课程的
of
时候，
someone looking in a mirror that was covered by dust.
那么当初我设计这个课程的时候呢，我就让 AI 就是把这个意思，把这句话的意思通过一幅图画把它展示出来，然后呢就看到就是他创作出来这幅画呢，就是有一个人他照着镜子，这个镜子上覆盖了很厚的灰尘。
And I thought AI had created something so wonderful.
然后我就觉得说，哎，这个 AI 啊，它真是太有智慧了，它的这个创作作品非常的棒。
Because it had taken my idea and made a picture out of it.
因为它是把我的这个想法，然后通过图画呈现出来了。
Then, as I was explaining this verse to 2 devotees,
但是当我向另外2个奉献者来解释这个诗节的时候，
I asked them to close their eyes.
我让他们闭上眼睛。
And you all please close your eyes.
你们现在也都闭上眼睛。
You have to close your eyes, otherwise I'm a teacher. Oh.
你得闭上眼睛，
Now,
否则的话我就不是
think of this
老师了。
verse. Tato Darpana Marjanam. Think of this part of the verse. And what picture comes to your mind?
想一想我们刚才学的这一个诗节的这一部分 Chaito Darpana Marjanam 就是我们的知觉意识的这个镜子得到净化。
Because again, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was writing poetry, pictures and words.
所以我们要
What
铭记
picture
的
comes to
是
your mind?
我们要铭记的是 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 通过那么有诗意的语言向我们呈现的是一幅画面。那么看一看，在你闭上眼睛的时候，在你的心中或者脑海当中呈现的是怎么样的一幅画面？
And when I asked those 2 devotees what picture came into their mind,
当我去询问那2个奉献者，让他们跟我分享在他们心中所呈现的画面的时候，
I was surprised that they had different pictures from each other.
那么我很惊讶地发现，这2个奉献者他们看到的画面都是不一样的。
And the pictures that they had were much better than the pictures that I had created with AI.
而他们俩的所内心当中看到的这幅画面，比我用 AI 创作出来的画面漂亮得多。
Now what I want you to do is slowly open your eyes.
现在我想让大家慢慢地睁开你的双眼，
And use your magic pen that is so intelligent.
来运用你的这个魔法笔，这个魔法笔是那么的有智慧。
To write down and describe the picture that you just saw in your mind.
把你刚才在你的心中看到的这幅画面记录下来，
And then write about the philosophical or your understanding of what these 3 words mean. You can talk philosophy.
然后当你写完描述完这幅画面之后，可以就是把你从这幅画当中所得到的这个哲学的启发写下来。
So first, write down your description of the picture, and second, what do these 3 words mean to you? Now, your understanding of what they mean. Chaito Darpana Marjanam.
所以你要有2个任务，第一个任务就是把你内心中的这幅画面描述出来。第2个任务是当你描述完了之后，那么这个3个词 Chaito Darpana Marjanam 就是你的知觉意识的镜子得到净化。这3个词对你意味着什么，或者它真正的含义是什么，把它写下来。
Okay, begin now, and the same rule.
现在开始同样的原则。
Just for a few minutes, but keep writing.
只是写几分钟，但是不要停，不断的写。
And don't let your pen stop.
不要让你的笔停止下来。
I'll tell you 1 minute. Now just begin.
我会1分钟之后
Describe your picture and then write your understanding, your understanding of what you just heard about the 3 words of Chaito Darpana Marjanam, what your understanding is. Begin.
这是2部分，第一个部分是描述你所看到的画面，第2部分是把你对这3个词的理解写下来。
But don't think, just write. Yao Mao Bat. More. Don't think, just write. Just keep the pen moving. And if you don't have a pen and paper, just chant in your mind and cleans your heart and cleans the mirror of your consciousness.
如果你没有纸和笔的话，那么就在你的心中默念 Hare Krishna
But no thinking, just right.
你感觉到这个 Maha Mantra 正在净化你的知觉意识，净化你的心念。
And the only rule is keep the pen moving.
唯一的原则是让你的笔不要停下来。
You'll have time to read it after, just right now, please.
你呢，就是不需要去读它，你只需要去不断的写，晚一点的时候可以再读。
One more minute.
再给大家1分钟的时间。
Keep writing, keep the pen moving.
让你的笔不停下来。
Just a few more seconds.
再有几秒钟的时间。
Okay. Now, find someone, just for a few minutes, find someone who speaks the same mother tongue as you, or which would make it easier, and discuss with them 2 or 3, just make small groups of 2 or 3, and discuss anything interesting, what interested you about, that you've written about or not written about these 3 verses, and these 3 words, and about the picture, Chaito Darpanavasanam, and everyone should have a time to speak in that time. Okay, begin. Find someone. 2 or 3.
2到3人的小组
Just 2 or 3. Not.
然后分享一下你在这个练习当中的领悟，或者
Everyone should find someone here. Prabhu. 确保每一个人都有机会来分享。This gentleman, look, I would guess he speaks Chinese. So maybe you could put him, might be easier. Make sure everyone gets a chance to speak.
每个人都有机会分享。
And talk about the picture, to the picture. Just another 2 minutes, so make sure everyone gets a chance to speak.
每个人都有机会来分享。
2 more minutes. Try to make sure everyone gets a chance to speak.
让每个人都有机会来分享。
1 more minute. Better to you two speak. Long or young? You two speak. No. There's only 1 minute. 20 seconds left. Okay, okay. Hare Krishna. Now we're ready to go on to the next part, the second part.
可以了。我们准备慢慢的停下来。
In the second of the perfections.
那么第二种完美是
Wow. The first one, Ceto Dorpana Marjanam, the heart is cleansed.
那么第一种完美呢，是 Ceto Darpana Marjanam， 就是让我们的心得到净化，
by chanting the holy names.
通过吟诵圣名。
And the second perfection achieved by chanting is this.
那么通过吟诵圣名的第二项完美是这样的。
But before we begin this explanation, close your eyes and bring up the picture you had for the first one.
但是在我们讲第二项完美的时候，你可以闭上
Close your eyes.
然
Think
后
of
呢，
the
把
picture
你第
for the
一项
Ceto
完美
Dorpana
的那
Marjanam.
个画面重新呈现出来。
Now, some of you may not be used to this style.
可能你们当中有一些人呢，可能对这个风格不太熟悉。
Okay. Now here you can open your eyes. The second perfection.
现在可以睁开眼睛。第二项完美。
Bhava Mahadevagni Nivapanam.
Bhava Mahadevagni Nivapanam.
Yes, whoops, sorry. I was just seeing if you were paying attention. Now, by the first perfection, one sees who one really is.
那么通过第一项完美，一个人看到他真正的自我。
And the second perfection that Mahaprabhu described that comes from chanting is Bhava Mahadevagni Nivapanam.
Mahaprabhu 向我们描述了通过吟诵圣名达到的第二项完美，就是 Bhava Mahadevagni Nivapanam。
That Bhava means worldly existence.
Bhava 的意思是世俗的。
We tend to think of our existence in this world as meant for pleasure.
我们的像是我们觉得这个世界的存在呢，是为了让我们得到快乐。
But the picture that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is painting is that worldly existence is Mahadevagni.
但是 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 通过这个诗节向我们呈现的这个世俗世界的这个存在呢，就好像是一个巨大的森林大火 Mahadevagni。
We tend to think that especially when we're young, that our life in this world, we tend to dream that our life in this world is going to be filled with joy.
那么当我们年轻的时候，我们总是会想着说我们在这个世界的这个生命或者生活的话会是非常美好的，让我们能够享受一切的这种画面。
But despite our dream, reality actually teaches us something quite different than life is meant for just enjoyment.
尽管我们有那么多的梦想，但是现实教导我们生命并不只是让我们去体验到这样一种享受的。
Rather than it being just a great party of enjoyment, it's Mahadevagni, a great forest fire in the material world.
与其说我们想象当中我们的生命希望是一个享受的一个大的派对，但是的状况是这个世俗的存在呢是一场巨大的森林大火。
Devagni means fire, forest fire. Devagni, Maha, great.
Devagni 的意思是火的意思 ，Devagni 是森林火，森林的火。Maha 的意思是巨大的森林大火。
And Navapana means when there's a fire and so much rain comes down, that fire is extinguished, it's put out.
Nirvana 的意思是当有森林大火的时候，结果呢正好老天就降了一场大雨，就把这个森林大火给扑灭了。
And we dream when we're young that life is going to be so wonderful. We'll marry this beautiful person and we'll have beautiful children who all end up wealthy
那么在我们年轻的时
and
候，
successful.
我们都会有梦想说我们会跟一个非常美丽的人结婚，然后会有非常美丽的孩子，然后呢会一切都是非常的成功等等等等，非常的富有。
And all our stocks will only go up.
然后呢，整个的股市呢只会往上走。
And all our enemies' stocks will only go down.
然后我们所有的敌人的这个股票全都是会下跌。
This is the dream.
这是我们的梦想。
But life is more a forest fire.
但是呢，生命它是更大意义上，它是一场森林大火。
And the holy names extinguishes, it puts out, it stops the forest fire of material existence.
所以圣灵呢，它扑灭了这场森林大火。
Now, I would like to call on Jaishree,
现在我想叫Jaishree，
who was now she's retired, but she's a doctor.
现在呢，她已经退休了，但她之前是医生。
And she's seen so much in her life, having worked as an oncologist in a hospital.
那么她作为医生在
She's seen so much.
所以在作为医生呢，她在医院里看到了那么多的悲伤的故事。
Now you please answer honestly. Do you think life is more a place like a great shopping mall where no one has to pay anything, just taking enjoyment one after the next, or you think it's more like a forest fire?
那么现在呢，请你诚实的回答我，你觉得生命或者我们的生活到底是像一个很大的大商场，然后你可以取走所有你想要的东西，不用付钱，然后你可以只是在那里享受，还是说你觉得生命是一场更大意义上像一场森林大火？
And
是的，是森林大火，
so much suffering.
充满着痛苦。
And I once asked a nurse, what is the most difficult part of your job?
有一次我问一个护士你的这个工作最困难的是什么？
And I expected her to say, I have to see so much suffering.
我期待着她告诉我就是我会在工作当中面对或者看到很多的痛苦。
But she didn't say that.
但是她并没有这样回答。
She said that when people come to the hospital, they expect us to cure them.
那么我觉得这个护士的回答是我觉得最困难的是当人们来到医院，他们期待着我们能够让他们痊愈。
They have that expectation that the hospital and the doctors and the nurses will cure them, their parents, and their children even from the problems that they've come in from for the disease, the accidents.
他们期待着就是我们作为我们医院或者医生能够去治愈他们自己或者他们的亲人或者他们的孩子。
They have that expectation, she said.
这样的期待。
And I have to tell them, we can only try our best.
但是我只能告诉他们，我们只能尽力而为。
Have you seen that also?
你是否也看到这样的景象？
Have you seen the disappointment of the people who come in with that expectation? Yeah.
是的，每天我都看到人们有这样的期待。
So this verse may sound very negative.
所以这个诗节看上去可能很负面。
But the real negative is the illusion.
但是真正的负面是这样的一种虚幻或者幻想。
And in the next verse, the next part of the verse, the positive starts coming.
这个诗节的下半部分它给到我们积极的方面。
But the forest fire of material existence, the great suffering, is extinguished.
所以呢，这个世俗存在的森林大火，它会被扑灭。
Now, I'm not sure I should do this, but close your eyes.
我不知道我是否要做这个事儿，但是呢，请你们闭上眼睛。
And just for 1 minute,
1分钟的时间。
Think of these 3 words into a picture.
想象把这3个词想象成一幅画面。
Bhava Mahadevagni Navapanam. That the great forest fire of worldly existence is extinguished.
世俗存在的森林大火被熄灭了。
And think of a picture that Mahaprabhu was painted with these words.
想象一下 Mahaprabhu 用这3个词所展现出来的画面。
Okay.
好的。
Before we move on to the next part of the verse,
在我们继续下一部分的时候
I will ask you a very challenging question.
我会问大家一个非常有挑战的问题。
How many people, or even how many people live in the world now approximately? Raise your hand.
有没有人知道现在有多少
Wait,
人
raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand.
在这个世界上有多少人知道答案的人请举手。
Raise your hand, please. Approximately, not
大概是多少人？
Yeah, how many? Approximately. Yeah. Lem si to. Wait. How 幾多? 8 billion, you say?
83个亿。
8 billion.
Yeah. Approximately 8 billion, say. Now, huh? You just asked. Okay, here's the question.
好，接下来的问题是
How many of those 8, and we are all one of them,
那么我们是这个这么多人当中的一员。
how many do you think will be alive in 100 years from now?
你觉得那么多人当中有多少人在100年之后还会活着？
Sapyan, exo. It's very, if you think in terms of that, do you think life is just a great shopping mall, or do you think it is a forest fire?
如果你以这个角度来思考的话，你觉得这个生命是一个很大的，是很大的一个商场呢，还是说一场森林大火？
Yeah. So I don't want to make you all sad, so I will move on to the next one quickly. But remember the picture that you have, and remember the first picture.
我不想让大家过度的悲伤，所以呢，我会很快的进入下一个部分。
Okay, all together. All together. Teto darpanam majanam bhava mahadevagni navapanam. Okay, now we will go on to the third one.
现在我们进入第3部分。
Shreya Karaiva Chandrika Vitaranam. Yeah. Okay, everyone together.
一起来。
Shreya Karaiva Chandrika Vitaranam. Seems like it's missing an A there. So this means Shreya. So the first one is the consciousness is cleaned.
首先，第一个是我们的知觉意识被净化了。
And then one sees oneself as one really is.
然后一个人就看到真正的自我。
And the second one was that when one sees oneself as one really is, the great difficult misery of the forest fire of material existence is extinguished by the reign of the holy name.
当我们去看到真正的自我之后，那么我们在世俗世界的这场森林大火呢，就慢慢的会被熄灭。
And then the third one, Shreya Karaiva Chandrika Vataranam, that the lotus,
然后第三部分，
the lotus of our real life,
那第三部分就告诉我们，我们的真正的生命的这个莲花，
the holy name is like a moonbeam,
圣灵就好像是月光，
and it distributes well-being, Shreya,
那么它这个月光呢，它会散发出散发出这样的福祉，Shreya，
of the lotus of our life.
它会让我们的这个心莲，我们生命的这个莲花散发出这样的像月光般的福祉。
Remember, this is a picture.
想象一下，大家记得，这是一幅画面。
Mahaprabhu is writing poetry.
Mahaprabhu 他在写一首诗。
He's explaining that our life is like a lotus.
他在解释的是，我们的生命就好像是一朵莲花或者荷花。
And the holy names are like the moonbeams, the beautiful, cooling, soothing light of the moon.
而圣灵呢，就好像是那个美丽的、清凉的月光。
And those moonbeams strike the lotus of our hearts, of who we are.
这个月光呢，它会去照亮我们的这个心的这个生命的这个莲花，让我们去照见我们真正的自我。
There's a lamp behind.
A what?
Lamp behind.
Yes, okay, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. And it distributes the moonbeams of good fortune, of well-being to us.
并且呢，它把这样一种对每一个人的福祉给到我们。
And when the lotus when the moonbeams of the holy names hit the lotus of our real identity, that lotus begins to blossom.
当这个清凉的月光它照到我们的真正的自我，那这个时候呢，我们的生命的莲花它就开始绽放了。
And we blossom into who we really are.
然后我们就绽放成那个我们的真正的自我。
Our real identity begins to blossom by the moonbeam of the holy names.
我们真正的自我就会通过圣灵的这个清凉的月光得到真正的绽放。
This is our well-being.
这就是我们的福祉。
Not illusionally trying to enjoy.
并不是我们不需要或者并不需要这样的一种虚幻，也就是想要去享受的虚幻。
We are not who we think we are. When our consciousness reflects back on the mirror of our consciousness, all we see is dust. That's not us. The holy name cleanses the dust. And when we understand who we really are, the miseries of life become extinguished.
所以呢，我们其实并不是我们想象当中或者我们以为的那个样子。当圣灵净化我们的内心，我们就会看到真正的自我。然后呢，我们的世俗存在的这个森林大火就会逐渐被熄灭。
And when the moonbeams hit who we really are, our heart, our consciousness, the holy names, we begin to blossom to our real identity.
当圣灵的清凉的月光照到我们的真正自我，然后我们的这个生命的莲花就真正的绽放，我们的真正的自我就变得全然的绽放出来。
We are like the lotus that blossoms by the mercy of the holy names.
我们就好像是这个生命的这个莲花一样，通过这个圣灵的清凉月光呢，就完全的绽放了。
And the holy names are like the cooling rays from the moon.
而圣灵呢，就好像是月光，清凉的月光。
Okay, close your eyes
现在请闭上眼睛，
and see if you can see the picture that Mahaprabhu has painted when he's describing
尝试着去看一看，你是否能
the
在
effect
心
of
中
the holy
看
names.
到马哈普布所描绘的这幅画面，也就是圣灵的产生的这个效果。
Make your picture of this
在
one.
心中去看到这幅画面。
Shreya Karaiva Chandrika Vitaranam. The white lotus is the moon is pouring its beautiful moonbeams on the white lotus, and the white lotus of who we are is beginning to blossom. See that picture?
月光，清凉的月光洒在我们的白色的荷花上面，然后当这个月光照到我们真正的自我的时候，这个我们的生命的白色的莲花呢，就逐渐的完全的绽放出来。
Shreya Karaiva Chandrika Vitaranam. See the picture.
去看到这幅画面。 Okay, now take pen and paper and write down, describe the last two pictures. 好，现在把你的纸和笔拿出来，把你看到的刚才的这两幅画面给记录下来。
And how they even applied to you in your life.
然后这两幅画面是怎么对你对你的生命和生活的意义是什么？
Okay, begin right now. Let's do this for 5 minutes.
现在开始写，我们会给大家5分钟的时间。
Begin. Don't, again, just the only rule is keep writing. And don't let your pen stop.
是不要停笔，不断的写下去，不用思考，去把这幅画面描述出来。
Describe the two pictures.
描述
Bhava Mahadavagni Navapanam and Shreya Karaiva Chandrika Vitaranam. The pictures, please. And describe what you see, and then you can write about them, both of them.
你可以把你看到的画面用笔描述出来之后呢，然后写下这幅画面对你的意义是什么。
Just keep the pen moving, please.
不要停笔。
And if you don't have a pen, just keep chanting prayerfully in your mind.
如果你没有纸和笔的话呢，你就可以在你的心意当中不断的带着祈祷的心态来吟诵圣名。
Just keep the pen moving. That's the only.
只是让你的笔不断的移动。
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just keep the pen moving, that's all. You have very intelligent pens. It will write so many wonderful things.
你只需要让你的笔不断的移动，因为你的笔是那么的充满着智慧，只要让它不断的写下去就可以。
Just keep the pen moving, please.
只是不断的让你的笔移动。
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, One more minute. Keep writing, please.
还有1分钟，请继续写下去。
Another 15 seconds.
还有15秒。
Okay, now reread what you wrote and underline anything that you found interesting or surprising that you wrote.
好，把你所写的内容看一遍，把你觉得很有意思的，或者是把重点可以划出来。
Okay, now just find just not just 2 people to talk to, so groups of 2 or 3 only, and discuss
所以你们要组成2到3人的小组，然后呢分享。
2 or 3.
2到3个人的小组来分享。
So everyone gets a chance to speak.
这样的话，每个人都有机会来分享。
What I would like to do after this, because now it's 5:20, so till 5:30, because they enjoyed talking so much, I saw most of them. And also it's a break from all the hearing and writing. It's a break from all the hearing and writing too. But after this, I'd like to have your time. I'll leave them until that. But that means we'll end a little bit late.
It's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing.
Is Ganga?
You want Ganga to
I would love that. I think he sings with so much bhakti.
I'll see you.
If not, we'll find someone else. Please make sure everyone gets a chance to speak. You can go, Gopi, you can go to her if she's not coming to you. Photos of everyone talking. Take some and a little video. Take a little video now, just 2 minutes, and then 2 minutes of during the kirtan. We'll have just 1 more minute, 1 minute of talking. Con những món.
我不会，我只会说中文。
I just want to speak. What is his name? What's his name?
他问我会不会英文，我说我不会。
He doesn't speak.
Yeah. I saw that he was a little tired. It was a little difficult for him. So I'm sorry.
他说不好意思，有点累。
可能是这2天没休息好。
He's not resting well last night.
谢谢，感谢各位的仁慈。
He sleeps in the
Oh, very difficult. Tell him that often a good way to go to sleep is by hearing class.
他说最好的睡觉的方法就是听课，就睡觉了。
Huh? Where's Ganga? Okay. Everyone now. Can anyone play harmonium?
有人可以弹 harmonium 吗？
Okay. Helga, if you could play a soft.
哦，小心啊，小心 ！Careful, be careful. It's okay, but be careful. Yeah.
What was that?
Someone broke something to break.
Yes, that.
Be careful.
Make sure they clean it up. But wait.
Yeah,
Go before.
it's a vase.
Huh?
It's a vase. Okay, they will take care.
Yeah.
Sing some.
Soft and gentle, meditative. Okay, everyone face the deities. Everyone face Siksastakam, please. The
所有
deities.
人面对须须哥让尼泰，转到须须哥让尼泰面前。
Everyone face Gonatai and move up closer if you can.
大家尽量的往前挪，如果可以的话，大家都尽量
Prabhu,
往前挪。
Madanga
面对
player.
须须哥让尼泰。
Sit over here
Madanga, sit here.
and play very softly.
But soft. Yeah, soft. Meditative.
Everyone come up closer.
大家呢都往前凑得近一点。
Okay. Now. Okay, please listen. Please listen right now. The Siksastakam and Srila Prabhupada are right here. See, it's right here.
那么须须哥让尼泰、须拉帕帕和突西德里都在这儿见证。
And what I'd like everyone to again close their eyes just for a minute or two.
我想要我们所有的人呢，都闭上眼睛，大概1到2分钟的时间。
And think of what you've heard, and think of the pictures.
想一下你所听到的刚才的一切的内容，
And think of the holy names of Krishna.
想着你看到的画面，以及主 Krishna 的圣名。
Especially think of the parts of the verse that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wrote.
尤其是
Seto darpana mahajanam bhava mahadavagni navapanam sraya karaiva chandrika. Think of the pictures that you created in your mind, and think of the points that you yourself understood and heard from the devotees.
所以呢，你要尤其去重温一下你刚才我们所学习到的这个圣明的3个完美，以及它在你心中呈现的画面和你从中得到的领悟。
And then Kangadasham Prabhu is going to sing, and please all join and chant with a full heart, and maybe beg for some mercy from Siksastakam.
那么接下来Gangadharam Prabhu 会带领大家做一个非常柔和的 kirtan。那么或许大家在这个唱诵当中可以做一些祈祷。
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Everyone chant.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Everyone chant.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Everyone chant.
Hare Krishna,
One more. High voice.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Everyone.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Everyone!
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Everyone!
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Everyone!
Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Everyone!
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Iskcon ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to C.C. Guru and Gaur Gaur Premanandi. Momentai. Correct? Anyone have any questions?
有没有大家有没有问题的？
我有个问题，我想问一下。
You dance like a young boy.
像一个小男孩一样舞蹈。
我今年已经70岁了。
70 years old.
Wow.
对啊，我心里已经演出是20。
Holy.
But in my heart, I always feel 28 years old.
我想问一个问题，就是说，当你第一次、第二次闭上眼睛，你们在写的时候，我心里第一次是鸡皮疙瘩，然后我不断地练库斯拉，练的时候我感觉到我是一层的，然后上向飞，一层上飞，感受那种感觉，你 enjoy。第一次、第二次这样，但是飞到了这个位置，那个头很大。第三次飞了。
等，清楚了。
Share my experience that when we have the first and second time meditate about picture, I
To
feel
what? First
like,
or second time to what?
When we just to see the image in our heart,
Yeah.
it's really caused the goosebumps in my skin, and I feel so much kind of immersed in that exercise. And then later on, I feel it's kind of the holy name is continuing by itself, and the upper part of my head. I feel you want to translate yourself. It might be better. Feel, but later on, this part is very painful, and then when we third about the seeing the image, then I don't feel anything. So that's his experience.
And then when he was chanting, I think he felt happy.
然后呢，我想当你在吟诵圣名的时候，我觉得你感觉很开心，是吗？
Yeah. You look happy enough to, very happy to dance.
你很开心的在舞蹈。
Thank you.
非常感谢。
What is your name, sir?
您的名字是什么？怎么称呼您？
Liam Gay Duck.
我的林姓名刚刚没多久，我经常忘记。
he got his actual name, so he always forget.
Don't worry, just keep dancing and chanting.
不用担心，要继续的、不断的去吟诵圣名和舞蹈就可以了。
Okay. Okay, any questions? Does anyone have any
有
questions?
有任何问题的，请举手。
Yes, I know, but I want to see if anyone has any questions. Raise your hand if you have a question. And answer a
有
question.
问题的奉献者请举手，老师要看一下。
One thing I learned as a teacher is you ask if anyone has any questions and then wait, because everyone has questions, but everyone is shy. So you wait, and then what you do is you look around and the pressure is on everyone.
作为老师呢，我学会了，就是当我向大家提问，问大家有没有问题的时候呢，我会等一阵，就是让大家呢都有时间和机会来思考，然后呢，我的目光会扫过每一个人，这样的话呢，每一个人呢，因为其实每一个人都是有问题的。 可能有一些不好意思，所以当我目光扫视每一个人的时候呢，大家都接收到这个信息或者会准备好。
Okay. Anyone have a question? Yes.
My name Mahamalev.
Hare Krishna，礼拜公马拉，非常感谢您给我们带来的这场特别精彩的对于八性归的一个讲解。因为我之前也听过一些，就是不是很多片段，但是我觉得今天的这个讲解让我特别就是在这种，我觉得 Maharaj 的这个讲解很不一样，就是它是带着我们沉浸感受的一个师节，带给我们身体上的这个变化。所以刚才在讲解唱蛮后，就是 时能感觉到，就像这个就是这个被圣灵净化，然后因为刚才我们一直在讲这个画面的时候，就是感觉像这个月光照在我们身上，我们身上感受到莲花在绽放。这个时候，我觉得我是体验到了，真实的体验到了。所以我就是把表达，我觉得这个是让我神奇的地方，能够短的时间内让我们感受到。我觉得，我。
She want to share experience. In short, is that she also heard other lectures at Siksastakam. This kind of special that is really help us to immerse in the experience of the holy name, that which it can bring us all the actions, and it really make her feel so much impressed and totally have a different idea about the holy name and.
You remember words of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and always chant Hare Krishna and be happy.
我的希望是你会总是记得这个八日规啊，并且呢自己总是沉浸在圣灵当中。
I will tell you something else.
我会跟大家说一些一样。
That was special.
我的这个讲课是很特别的。
And then if I believe that,
如果我相信这句话的话
or take credit for that,
或者我觉得这是我的功劳，
well, I'm special.
觉得我很特别。
And if I think I am special, I will get myself into so much trouble.
我觉得我自己很特别的话，那么我就给自己制造了很大的麻烦。
So, and after I think myself special, I will think myself wonderful.
如果我觉得我自己很特别的话，我觉得很了不起，很美。
And then myself even more trouble.
我就把自己又陷入了大的麻烦。
So, if there's any good in me, it's from Prabhu and from Kunatai.
所以，如果我做了任何的有任何的好处的话呢，是来自于徐拉帕布帕和舒逊果尔尼泰他们的功劳。
But from my point of view, to see so many devotees chanting together and so happy, I feel so happy.
那么对我来说呢，大家能够那快乐的颂名，对我来说让我感动。
And I think you are all very special.
想呢，你们都是很特别的。
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And how old are you?
你几岁
65。
65.
Okay. Also like a boy.
你也像个小孩。
And you also dance like young boy. You are young boy.
你是个男。
Anyone else have any question?
有没有人是有问题的
Okay. But what is your question? I know you have a secret
我
question.
知道你有一个秘密的问题。
Yeah. 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 What is your secret question?
你的秘密是什么？
Conduct. Just a little question.
Can't think of any question.
Do you feel happy?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Anyone have any question? Yeah. I just want to hear the question from Uzbekistan first. And
My question is, who says that all this result will come after the holy name, and then but there are like just of chanting, and does it mean that we chant in a pure and all this should come, all the results of this?
so it's step by step. Man, 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 man.
所以问题是，比如说所有的
Slowly, step by step.
圣名的完美呢，都会通过这些完美都通过念诵圣名可以达到。这是否意味着说我们要非常纯粹的念诵圣名才能达到这些完美呢？那么老师回答是是一个逐渐的循序渐进的过程。
But yet, if spirit is a taste that from the holy names, not of this.
即便我们是灵性，在灵性上我们是个小婴儿，或者是刚刚起步，但是呢，我们所得到的这些品味是直接来自灵性世界的。
One little drop from the ocean of the spiritual world will come to those who chant.
所以呢，当我们吟诵圣名的时候，来自灵性世界的这些甘露的一滴我们就会品尝到。
And that taste, even if we are spiritual babies, is different from the tastes of this world.
即便我们只是在灵线上只是小婴儿或者非常的初级，但是我们所品尝到的一滴的这个品味或者甘露的话，它是指来自灵性世界。
Some little drop from little our heart.
所以这些来自 Goloka 他们的这样的一滴一滴的甘露他们就会进入我们的内心。
And then when we are mature and our chanting is pure and full of love, then not a drop but an ocean. We dive in the ocean of spiritual happiness.
就是当我们逐渐的变得纯粹的时候，当我们成熟的时候，那么我们所得到的这个品味呢，就不是一滴一滴的了，那么就是一个磅礴的海洋，从灵性世界倾泻而出。
So the most important thing is to continue.
所以最重要的是，我们要继续持续不断的去吟诵圣名。
Continue to chant, continue to serve, continue to develop desire to spiritual advance, to read.
我们要继续的吟诵圣名的去有这样的愿望，继续我们的灵的修习，继续我们的经典的研习和学习，继续的去做服务。
And best to make good friends with the devotees.
也要努力的和父母朋友。
And one day,
有一天
you will become mature, and then you will in the ocean of bliss.
有一天你会变得成熟，然后你就会在极乐的海洋中游泳。
It's just a matter of time.
这只是时间的问题。
Any other questions?
还有没有其他的问题？
Some cock young gone. Calm down. Anyway. Anyone from Hong Kong or 中国？
有没有中国的奉献者有问题
？Okay, anyone else have any question?
或者任何人
Somehow everyone became shy.
不知怎的，大家都很羞涩。
You have any question, Prabhu?
Prabhu, 你有问题吗？
Jan?
我有那个就是刚才讲到那循序渐进这个大概需要多长时间？
You mentioned step by step, the whole process gradually unfold. So how long will it be exactly?
For you or me?
对你来说多长时间，还是对我来说需要多长时间？
我知道，就是线已经就是说从念诵开始念诵，开始哪到最后，然后 这种层面，就是他一步一步都需要多长时间？
I want to know that from experience of people who start from chanting and achieve the highest, how long each step, how long will
The question is, there's one famous musical composer in the West named Mozart.
那么在西方呢，有一个非常著名的乐曲作家叫做莫扎特。
When he was 5, he was composing symphonies for whole orchestras.
他5岁的时候，他就为交响乐曲。
He must have learned something in his life.
你觉得他是不是一定学过了？
那肯定。
Yeah. You have a very strong desire. Everything is based on our desire.
所以一切都取决于愿望。如果你有很强烈的愿望的话，
Is experience it will take a long time.
望是一些体验啊，那需要花很长的时间。
Because in that way, in the center.
是想要去体验的话，仍然是这个中心点。
We are in the center. Then a long time.
那么一旦只要是我们中心点的话，那么就会需要很长的时间。
So the process depends on us.
所以很路上呢，这个程序或者它会需要多少时长，取决于我们。
For Krishna and holiness, and he becomes the center, then this will become.
如果我达到就是去吸引 Krishna 的话，也就是把 Krishna 在我们的这个话，那这程序呢就会快很多。
Yeah. Yes, it takes some time. We be careful to become with the devotees. Then it will be even longer.
而且呢，我们在当中很小心，不要和奉献产生纷争。否则的话呢，需要更长的时间。
Make friends with devotees and serve the devotees. Then Krishna is pleased.
如果我们和奉献者交朋友，然后服务奉献者的话，那么 Krishna 就会被取悦。
And if Krishna is pleased, something that will take a long time will become very short.
Krishna 被取悦了，那么即便本身可能会需要很长的时间，然后因为 Krishna 的仁慈，然后呢这个进度会缩短很。